Being the first to scale the wall during a siege often meant certain death. It involved battling through to the wall, climbing an exposed ladder or siege tower under a barrage of projectiles, only to face a superior force of defenders upon reaching the top. Yet, throughout antiquity and the Middle Ages, courageous men repeatedly took on this formidable challenge, even competing for the privilege, as everyone wanted to be the first to scale the defenses and confront the enemy. In this video, we explore why soldiers of ancient Rome were willing to risk their lives to be the first on the wall. Corona Muralis, the first man on the wall. In 209 BC, a Roman army led by General Scipio Africanus launched an assault on New Carthage in Spain. The morning after their arrival, the Romans attempted to storm the city from the east and south, but they failed, and Scipio withdrew his men. However, he didn't give the defenders time to rest, ordering a second attack later the same day. The new Carthaginians, caught off guard, had exhausted most of their ammunition in the morning and could only hold the Romans, who were now scaling the city from three sides, at bay by concentrating their forces away from the northern side. This was precisely what Scipio had hoped for. He sent 500 of his finest men across the lagoon north of New Carthage to climb over the wall unnoticed. When they succeeded in opening the eastern gate from the inside, the city's fate was sealed. After the battle, two men claimed to have been the first to breach the wall: Quintus Trebellius, a centurion of the 4th Legion, who had been part of the group scaling the north side, and Sextus Digitus, a marine who had fought on one of the galleys attacking from the south. Their disagreement almost escalated into a violent clash between their respective units. Before the situation turned hostile, Scipio appointed 3 arbiters who decided that both men had entered the wall simultaneously and should be honored with the Corona Muralis. The reason for their argument was clear: the Corona Muralis, the mural crown, was one of the most prestigious military decorations in ancient Rome. According to the Roman writer Aulus Gellius, it was a golden crown shaped like a city wall, adorned with battlements. This award was comparable to modern military honors, such as the American Medal of Honor or the Bundeswehr Cross of Honor for Valor, but its significance was even greater. The recipient of the Corona Muralis became a celebrated war hero, was granted a substantial financial reward, and could leverage his military success for political advancement. The Corona Muralis was rarely bestowed, as only one person could typically be the first to scale the wall. In ancient Rome, awards were generally not given posthumously, and many who managed to breach the defenses did not survive. According to archaeologist Valerie A. Maxfield, the Corona Muralis was awarded without consideration of rank or status, at least until the imperial period. Our initial example perfectly illustrates this principle. If a simple marine could be decorated, then surely legionaries could as well. However, it was likely the centurions who most often received the Corona Muralis. This was because no man could conquer a wall alone. Centurions had soldiers to watch their backs, fire at defenders, and secure the ladders, giving them the best chance of success. Naturally, the legionaries benefited too, not only by sharing in the glory as part of the team that breached the wall, but also because the recipient of the crown would almost certainly share his rewards with them. It is no coincidence that the moment of overcoming the wall was highly rewarded. Scaling the wall was one of the most dangerous and costly phases of a siege. Anyone who made it to the city had to climb an exposed ladder while arrows and stones rained down. Defenders tried to topple the ladder, and several enemies struck at him from above. If he managed to reach the top, he would then face an overwhelming number of defenders intent on killing or forcing him back down. The odds of success were slim, but if even one soldier could secure a foothold, a siege that might have otherwise dragged on at great cost in time, money, and lives could be ended swiftly. This is why armies incentivized their men with rewards to take the wall, because in a siege, every day or even every hour could be crucial. This was also true in Scipio Africanus' attack on New Carthage. The general knew he had less than a week before the Carthaginian army would arrive to rescue the defenders. The actions of Quintus Trebellius and Sextus Digitus were decisive in securing the victory, which is likely why both men were ultimately awarded the corona Muralis. According to the Roman historian Livy, Roman soldiers were prepared to go to extreme lengths to win the corona Muralis. In his History of Rome, he writes, "The men rushed forward despite their wounds and the hail of missiles, and neither walls nor armed defenders could stop them from competing to be the first to climb." Clearly, Roman soldiers were willing to risk their lives for the corona Muralis and the honor it brought. Though this might seem extreme today, it made perfect sense at the time. To understand why, we need to grasp the importance of military success in Roman society. Roman society placed immense value on military virtue, to a degree almost unimaginable today. Political and military success were deeply intertwined, as demonstrated by the fact that politicians and high-ranking military officers came from the same elite group. Honor, or virtus in Latin, had a tangible impact on a man's life and social standing. Virtus translates to manliness and represented traits like bravery, courage, excellence, and masculinity, all of which were considered core masculine virtues. In ancient Rome, an ambitious aristocrat needed to display these virtues to gain supporters and political influence. Military achievements were the primary way to earn recognition, and military decorations, known as dona, such as the corona Muralis, served as visible proof of these accomplishments. Therefore, awards like the corona Muralis acted as a stepping stone up the social and political ladder. In today's world, this would be like someone winning the Medal of Honor, instantly gaining global fame, appearing in every media outlet, and becoming a prominent contender in the next presidential election. Additionally, the entire family benefited from the award. If a man received the corona Muralis and perhaps even rose to a higher office because of it, the social status of his entire family was elevated. The gens Trebellia, the family of the centurion who earned the Mural crown at New Carthage, first appeared in the historical record with his decoration. Later, they produced several important figures during the late Republic and early Imperial period. One such figure, Marcus Trebellius Maximus, was even elected consul in 55 AD. Reaching the top of the wall first was undeniably risky, and death was a very real possibility. But the rewards were even greater. This tradition did not end with the fall of the Western Roman Empire, it continued into the Middle Ages, where the first fighters to storm a wall were often rewarded with knighthood. Only in the early modern period, when group cohesion became more important and discipline and order replaced courage and individual valor, did such feats of arms start to be seen as reckless solo efforts. During the era of pike and shot warfare, risking one's life for honor was no longer as valuable, and individual acts of bravery were replaced by coordinated assaults.